Hey, welcome back to another vlog. I know it's been so long since I uploaded last, so if you've been here a while, thank you so much for sticking around and being patient with me. And if you're new, hi, I'm Beth. Life's been pretty busy for me, but I finally finished my bachelor's and decided to take a much needed spa vacation. So here I am in Florida, and of course, per usual, I injured my arm, but that's okay because there are plenty of relaxing and wonderful little moments to come. Let's get started. After such a busy semester, I really needed just a nice break, a moment like this, just simply being near the water and letting everything feel a little bit slower for a while. There's something about the ocean that always resets my mind. It doesn't really ask anything from you, it just kind of exists and lets you exist too. So I spent a lot of time here just walking, sitting, and watching the waves do their thing. No rush, no agenda, just a quiet pause in the middle of everything that's chaotic. One of the most relaxing things was honestly just breakfast out here on the patio. It's so much better to have breakfast when you're not rushing out the door. Just watching the waves for a while, it kind of reminded me that I don't always have to be in a rush or constantly staying in motion on to this, that, the next thing. And it was just such a nice way to stop and finally slow down for a bit and learn how to really enjoy the moment as it came. And I still don't know if I've fully learned how to completely stop, but I think that I'm learning, and this trip helped me so much. After I stayed at the beach for a while, I found this adorable little cat cafe. I think that this was one of the more fun experiences that I had. Not so much relaxing, but just really great to get to pet all these cats, and they serve the best coffee. This one here, her name is Coco Chanel, which is such an iconic name for such an iconic cat. I was in love with her. I wanted to take her home with me.
When I don't need a proof, when I say no without guilt, and I still keep my peace. It's being kind, staying sharp. It's knowing what I allow. It's moving slow on purpose and standing solid now. I protect my energy. I don't pour it.
Early in the mornings, I found myself sitting outside with a coffee, watching the sunrise with a slow start to my day. I've been trying to be much more intentional about how I begin my mornings, giving myself that little extra time instead of rushing straight into everything. And there's so much about quiet mornings that feels so grounding, just sitting and breathing and easing into the day at my own pace. I find that if you don't put pressure on the routine and you just enjoy the coffee and enjoy the sunrise, It is such a small thing, but it really helps me feel so much more grounded and at ease with so much less pressure. In the evening, I went to a Tai Chi event, but I really wanted to feel connected with my community, and so I didn't film it. So instead, I filmed my own routine of yoga in the mornings, and I really didn't think much of it, but this small practice, doing it every day, was one of the most focused aspects of my entire vacation. I really didn't do much of anything that took any mental effort. So when I took time out of my day from relaxing to then do something productive, it gave me such a balance and it felt so good to stay in the moment. So life is not perfect and that's okay. Before I even got to really finish my vacation, the shower head fell on me and scratched my arm pretty bad. It wasn't really dramatic or anything, but it left a lasting scar that I will now probably have for several years, if not life. So it's kind of one of those things that really tries to take you down in your confidence. And you have to just remember that with everything that's good in life, there's always going to be something that tries to drag you down with it. And I'm really learning to balance the good and the bad. And it's really just a mix of that. There are good things, there are bad things. So if you're not new to my channel, you might already know that I always get hurt doing something, whether it's something my fault or weird freak accidents like this, but we can't let that take us down. It's such a nice experience. And I did speed this up because honestly, it irks me so much to get these things on, but they are so refreshing and fun. But I'm going to switch to a serum in the future because that took me literally 10 minutes to get on and I only had it on for maybe 5. I decided to slow things down at the end of my trip with the main aspect of a spa weekend and keeping it traditional with making sure I'm getting all the spa stuff in. I was so sunburnt after 3 days at the beach, having not been at the beach for some time. And honestly, I just don't think that the sunscreen I bought was doing a good enough job. So I got a little bit burnt. And I really hate getting burnt. So here I am using the leftover serum from the mask to kind of soothe all of that sunburn until I can get home and get some aloe vera and some actual treatment going on. But ending my trip with the self-care portion of this really made this the best way to kind of reset and refresh before going back to regular life. It was such a nice way to kind of pause before I know that I'm going to get busy again. Okay, well, that's pretty much it, other than me spilling it on my shirt. So if you enjoyed this lifestyle vlog, I hope to see you again. Please like and subscribe.